Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garso twins. I'm Carly. And I'm Britta. And subscribe if you like today's video, please. Today we're doing a get ready with me. You guys seem to like these videos the most. We enjoy filming them. We have to get ready anyway. Yeah. And I think we should talk about like Love is Blind, talk about other TV shows we're watching. Yeah, we'll just kind of like catch up and use some new products that we've been trying and some like tried and true. I pulled out some old things to try to use, so I'm excited. Okay, to get started, I'm going to use this sample I got in my Fit Glow order. It's of their Correct and Peach Under Eye Corrector. I just have severe dark circles today, so I thought, what better chance to use this? Yeah. I'm going to I always forget to use the Hollywood Flawless filter under my foundation, so I'm going to put a little on. The shade is a little light for me. It's shade 2, but that's okay. Especially if I'm putting it under foundation. I'm just putting it... My cheekbones. What is it? Oh yeah, I'm using that too. And here. Yeah, I mean, I think I used it in our last Get Ready. Oh, you did? Yeah, but I mean, the shade matches my skin tone perfectly. I just wear darker foundation than my skin, so. And then I think I'm just gonna. I mostly use my fingers, so I think I'm gonna use my foundation brush, to sort of. I definitely think this corrector worked, and it has like a very dewy appearance, just like their concealer. So far so good with that. And you get like a lot of product in this little sample. I feel like this would last me a really long time. I realized last time we used these mirrors, I was holding it in front of my face, so I'm trying to do a better job at that. Also, sorry, my hair's so frizzy, I just washed it. I don't know if you guys have that same struggle, but when you just wash your hair and it's just like so frizzy. I got the Hollywood Flawless filter because Carly really liked it, and I got the shade 3 Fair. Yeah, I want to see what that looks like. I love that they have this small size. Yeah, they didn't always, so yeah, it's because I feel like it would last me forever because I just use it under foundation. I see that shade. Yeah, I saw Makeup Kellyanne. You know, I'm like obsessed with her. I think. Well, Kate does this too. Oh, really? She has shade 3. Oh yeah, that is a little bit nicer. Maybe I'll get it in shade 3 because you know, you'd think. I actually feel like I'm going through this kind of quick. Really? Look at it. Oh, I guess it is 5 ml. It's deceiving. This bottle's deceiving. Yeah, it's a nice component. It's really nice. It's really nice. Like, I feel like you get your money's worth for $15 or however much it is. I agree. But I used this earlier. Well, as soon as it came in, I used it. Do you just put it on your cheeks? Yeah, and my nose, and I put a little on my forehead, but just a little. I think I'm just gonna put a little. Okay, I'm using Neutrogena. I like wanted to use a new I need to buy a new foundation. I honestly went to go order the NARS one because I just like everyone loves it. But I think the shade I never bought a NARS foundation. It was out of stock. I mean, if you go on Sephora, like literally 90% of those shades are out of stock. I got a sample and it was way too dark, so I like felt like I couldn't even try it. Yeah, exactly. So I'm using Neutrogena too because creature of habit. Yeah. It's just we actually have a lot to do today, and if I want my foundation to like last and look good all day, this is just like the go-to. I know, it really is. I also was curious about the Kosas foundation, but I've heard good and bad things, and the NARS is the only one I've heard like through and through good things about. I feel. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Loud. You probably heard that. God, this shade match is just. It's so good. It's such a like rewarding thing when a shade matches you perfectly. Yeah, and especially at the drugstore, like that is so rare for them to have like such neutral shades. Yeah. I just love this. So last night we watched the Love is Blind reunion, and I don't know if we talked about this in Weekly Faves or something, but we loved season 1 of Love is Blind, but like mostly for the love story between Lauren and Cameron. Yeah. This season is a whole different like reason, and I definitely talked about it in a week. I feel like this season has blown up even more than season 1 because the drama is so real. It's insane. I actually don't think that anything on this show is obviously they like edit things to look a certain way, the producers, but I feel like these are like real people and like you're getting like real life. I don't know. It just seems more real than like even The Bachelor to me. Yeah. So the reunion was crazy, and obviously everything like we say is just like based on the edit they've gotten on TV. I know that reality TV is like notorious for editing people a certain way, and they're really not like that. And obviously we don't know these people, so not judging, but this is what we've seen on television. I'm using the Kosas concealer as usual. But I think the biggest takeaways was like, just quickly, sorry, I'm gonna mix the NYX Bare With Me and the One Size concealer. I saw Taylor Wynn mixing the One Size of the Kosas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she said it was like her favorite combo because it makes it a little bit dewier, but the staying power of this is so good. And the NYX is pretty similar to the Kosas, and I've been mixing these two, and it's like so pretty. So Shake is obviously like public enemy #1.
Yeah.
But I also think that he literally like acts out to get people riled up, because some of the things he was saying in the reunion, like, I know he has no self-awareness, but they made absolutely no sense. Like, he was just like going off the rails.
Yeah, and he was interjecting in other people's questions. And
and like to create drama. Yeah, like he just wanted the attention. So that was insane. Deep T's much like way better off without him. I do hope he seeks some professional help, because he definitely he just seems like a little lost, and he probably should have never been cast on a reality television show, honestly.
Agreed.
But that, he was obviously the like insanity of the reunion. If you watched, you know, like the things that were coming out of his mouth were just insane. I still, like, Sal is my favorite. He is just such an angel. I actually thought after the wedding episode that him and Mallory would like try to actually
reconnect.
Yeah, and they said
I did too.
They went out for coffee and like decided that it was just like best that they went their separate ways, and that just sort of really surprised me.
Me too.
I don't think that they were like a forever match, but I do think like you saw the love between them. Okay, I'm like going all over the place. Jared and Iana, I thought that their wedding was so cute. She looked like an actual fairy princess.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something about them, I found it, like, the difference between Danielle and Nick and them at the reunion, I felt like Danielle and Nick, who I feel like they actually got a bad edit, because at the reunion they seemed like totally fine. The little clip they showed of like their everyday life was cute.
Yeah.
And like in the show, they were always seen like fighting, and she was like picking fights with him, and it was really odd behavior.
Well, she said that like once they got in the real world, there was like nothing to fight about again.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like the drama and the emotions are so heightened on the show.
Yeah. So they seemed like great. And Jared and Iana,
I think they seemed good.
Yeah, but they said like marriage is really hard, which obviously we're not married. It does seem very hard, but they also are in like the first like 6 months of their relationship, which is kind of like the easiest part. So I thought it was a little...
I don't know. Don't they say like the first year of marriage is the hardest?
I guess the show's just weird because they're starting their relationship kind of in the honeymoon phase, but also getting married. So you're right. It's kind of like a mix. But I just
my
found
under eyes are so dry.
It was great they were being so honest, but I found it a little like the difference between Nick and Danielle and them. Like Nick and Danielle seemed much more like settled in their relationship, and they seemed a little bit unsettled to me. Maybe this is not a
I don't think so. I think
opinion.
they were just trying to be honest. Nick and Danielle didn't really say that much.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I also think they for some reason didn't show a lot of their answers. I'm sure they talked to them more than they showed. Who else? Yeah, we love Sal. I actually wish
I want Deep T to be the Bachelorette.
Me too. I saw that there's like rumors that she's with Kyle. I think they would no. She needs to
please
like
no.
I don't know what it is about Kyle, but something just like isn't.
Well,
I just like he blamed Shayna for everything,
and it's like I don't think like how like obviously she shouldn't have said yes
using
to
the Rare Beauty bronzer.
But then I feel like Kyle just like hated her for doing that.
Yeah.
And it was like just over the top. Like just move on.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of weird behavior from him. I mean, I don't really like obviously Shayna's behavior was like not really great either. And like she said she shouldn't have said yes, but she also like took accountability, it felt like.
Yeah.
And he just kept bringing it up, and it was just it made me uncomfortable to watch. I was like, why is he still harping on this?
It was really weird.
And then how he like said he loved DP and like wish he would have picked her. I thought
he said that?
You didn't hear that?
No.
He said, I really should have fought for you. Like, I love you. You're just the coolest. What? And I just felt like
hear that at all.
That was like, okay, that's like, I think he was like trying to shoot his shot or whatever, because I honestly do feel like DP might be the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
So, like, I think he was really just trying to like, you know, shoot his shot. But I felt like it was a little disrespectful to do in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Like, not that him and Shayna are like even remotely together. Like, I know she has a boyfriend, but I think, like, I don't know, like, that was just, disrespectful, I feel like, to say that in front of everyone.
Yeah,
instead of like in private. Like, it was weird. Yeah, it was weird behavior.
I just don't get good vibes from him.
Yeah, I don't get good vibes from Kyle.
He's probably like a Scorpio. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I'm using the Beauty Pie gel contour situation. I don't think they sell this anymore, and I don't know why.
Really? I was gonna buy it in my next order.
Yeah, but people say it's like an exact dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury, so you could always get that one.
Well, no, you can't. It's been sold out for months.
Really?
I've tried to order it forever.
Oh.
Because they do say that's a little bit of a better shade, the Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah, probably. I started putting it on the, who did this? Someone I watched put it on like the outer corner of their eyes, and I like how it looks.
I dropped my stick. We went on like a roller coaster with Shane. Obviously, right away, I mean, the whole time I thought he was like, at first it was weird. They portrayed him as this like funny guy that like all the girls seem to like.
Yeah.
And then like you find out he's not funny and very insecure and has like a lot of work on himself to do. But he just had this like crazy arc. Like he was like super annoying. He gaslit her in the pods. Then they kind of seemed like really happy. And you're like, oh, maybe they are like a really good match. And then like the whole fight before the wedding was absolutely insane. And then I mean, watching the reunion last night, it was actually like super sad to like hear that they had tried again to like date after that, which I was really shocked because he told her some pretty horrible things during that fight before their wedding, and that they like obviously realized they're probably not meant to be. And I don't know, it's just really sad to watch. That wasn't like,
It was sad, but
yeah,
they're definitely not meant to be.
no,
So
I actually would love
just...
her with Sal. I feel like they'd be so
Really?
cute.
I didn't see that.
Really?
Yeah, not
Well, he's just
not
such a
at all.
nice guy.
Yeah,
and
but
she
I mean, he has to be with Natalie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we love Natalie. We think she's so, I mean, all the girls on the show, well, we loved Deep G and Natalie like the most.
Yeah.
But it was just, it was so crazy. Like, I haven't been so invested in like a reality show. Like, The Bachelor this season is kind of boring.
Super boring.
Yeah, I'm using the ILIA bronzer. I never use it anymore, so I pulled it out just a little bit on top of the Rare bronzer.
Yeah, I pulled out the ILIA as well. It's funny that Carli doesn't use it. I keep this in my everyday makeup. I hit pan on it. I use it so much.
I just don't really wear a lot of powder bronzer anymore. Besides the Victoria Beckham. And I was like, I cannot use that in this video again because I use it every single time.
Well, I kind of wanted to use the Patrick Ta She's Sculpted powder. Do you think this is too dark or it's fine?
I think it's pretty sheer, so you'll be fine.
Okay, so I never used this, so I felt like busting it out. Because it has a lot of yellow in it, if I'm not mistaken, so I think I liked the tone of it.
What's a really nice formula? What else? I think that's really, well, Love is, also on Love is Blind. Nick and Vanessa, I actually just think they're so cute.
They're so cute.
They were on, remember when they were on Dancing, right? Mm-hmm. Dancing with the Stars, our favorite show. And they've been married a long time now, and they're just really cute. And I don't know,
they were just like, they seem like actual partners.
Yeah, totally. Like perfect partners. And I think they're really overlooked in the celebrity
They complement
couple
each
world.
other well.
Yeah. Like I love that they host the show. Oh, I didn't say that if you don't watch. They host Love is Blind, and they do a really good job. Like they're both actually really good hosts, and they really balance each other out.
Yeah, I think they're really good too.
Oh, I like this combo. Yeah. Because I like the Rare Beauty with the ILIA. They're kind of the same exact tone. Oh my god, I feel like I need another layer of concealer. My dark circles are so bad today.
Yeah,
when I layer too much concealer, it just, I mean, you guys know.
I went in with a little thick glow, and I think it made them a little dewy because I have a really bad dry patch under this eye.
I'm gonna add a tiny more bit of concealer. So yeah, Love is Blind, highly recommend season 2. If you thought season 1 was boring, we really loved it for the cute love stories. But season 2 is like a whole ride. Like, you will enjoy it if you like reality TV. Just watch it.
We were telling, we can't remember his name. I think his name is Dan, our friend from Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah.
About it, and he like had no idea what we were talking about, but we were explaining. We're like, we can't wait to watch the reunion because we went to Trader Joe's last night. It was hilarious.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, is it like, what did he say? Well, I Love New York.
New York.
Do you guys remember that show on VH1? We never watched it, but it was that spin-off.
I'm trying to like bronze my whole neck because I just realized I used a lot of bronzer.
Yeah, I should do that too, actually. Oh yeah, we love the people that work at Trader Joe's. I know we talked about this so many times, but like they can really brighten my day. I hope it's like that where you guys live too. I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're consistent with their hiring. Yeah. But like the ones by us, we like literally love everyone that works there. They're so nice. Truly. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use the bareMinerals Super Shock Cheek in Over Dramatic. I love this shade. I've had it for years. And it's like the only one that's like, well no, I have one other. I have so much cream bronzer on my hand.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But this one's my favorite. And I think it's still available. I'm using the MAC Glow Play blush in Blush Please. I bought this when they first came out and loved it forever. And then when blush is so easy to like just switch out of your routine. So I haven't been back on it. It's kind of like a bouncy texture like the ColourPop. I know Kate always uses the So Natural shade. And I think she has this one too. And I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I should get the other shade because I really do love this formula. It's kind of like a cream powder hybrid, but you can apply it with a normal brush.
So yeah, kind of like the Super Shock.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Oh, this is so pretty. I forgot. Oh my gosh.
And then for highlight, I think I'm just going to use the Minoi Highlighter.
Oh, I was going to use that too.
An affiliate code with them now, so I'll link it down below because I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I'll put it down below.
God, this blush is so pretty. Why don't I use it more? All blushes kind of end up looking like similar on me, but this one, because of the texture, I feel like really has that like skin-like finish. Like, let me see. Yeah, it's just so pretty.
Yeah, those have tail because I can't use them.
These do?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, MAC is weird because they have really, I feel like MAC does a really good job at innovation with their like new releases, but they haven't like really made I don't want to say clean, but they haven't really like cleaned up their products.
I'm gonna go over
the only I do use the Venetian Rose M Cosmetics blush, even though it has talc, because
it's so pretty.
And it's not the first ingredient, I don't think. I've never had like a reaction.
Yeah, those have a lot
of mica in them. Yeah, so it's okay, but that's the only exception I make because it's so pretty. Yeah, I know. I really want the new one. Yeah. Baroque or whatever that one is. Okay, I'm gonna use the Minoi highlighter too. This thing's so good. Do you use a brush or a finger though? I can't remember how I apply it.
I use a brush.
Okay, I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm just pressing everything in. I'll do my eyebrows.
I feel like we're going so fast.
Really? Kind of. But I always say that, and then that never ends up being the case.
We have to tell you guys about our purchase.
Oh yeah. So we haven't exercised. Also, please don't come at us in the comments with judgment. We haven't exercised in probably, like, you mean consistently?
Yeah.
Well, then it's been like 10 years.
Yeah,
in like 10 years. We do try to like get outside and go on neighborhood walks, and then as you guys know if you follow us on Instagram, we try to walk around like Hollywood every Sunday, which is, how many miles is it? 3 miles, so pretty good. There's no incline, but it's, 3 miles, so
at least it's like getting our bodies moving.
Yeah, so that was like a huge thing for us last year, that we wanted to implement just to like be a little bit healthier, and we've loved doing it and like making it a priority, and if we were less busy during the week we would go more often. But at 31 things just are a little bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
We also, I won't say we eat bad. I mean, if you guys follow us, we like are big like candy and like snackers. So in that aspect, we don't, like, our meals are fine, but we do love like, we like processed food. We like snacks. We like chips, we like candy. We still eat them. I don't think it's ever gonna stop.
Yeah.
But so we were like, oh, we need to be like healthier in some regard.
Yeah. And so I saw on TikTok this girl talking about this Flow Body like at home Pilates reformer.
I'm just going with the Kosas Powder. I have to order a new one today because mine's just gone.
This is the Covergirl brow pencil, obviously. So she was talking about this like basically at home Pilates reformer situation, and she said she was a dentist, so she's like hunched over a lot at work, and this has like really helped her neck and back pain, and she likes that she can do it at home, and she just does it for like 20 minutes a day. and she's like seen a difference in her body. Everything she said, it was like spoke to me.
Yeah.
And we obviously like are constantly on the computers. Like when we're at work, working, we're on the computers. When we work on our own stuff, we're on the computers, like hunched over, like she was saying.
I can't even like sit up actually straight anymore. Like right now, after we're always done filming, I am in like pain for like 5 minutes because it like hurts to sit straight, which is so embarrassing.
So that like really wanted me to like look deeper into it. And then I just tried to look up reviews. I looked up like they have a 12-week program you can subscribe to on their website, but they also have free videos on YouTube. So I was like, okay, well we could start like doing the YouTube videos and seeing if we like those. And you know, like all the ladies on Instagram that do Pilates are just like super lean and toned, and I guess that's,
obviously they've been doing it for like years, but
but that's like what our goal is.
And just to like move, but have it be like effective, so we're not having to like do like an hour workout.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for us, we were saying that like if we're going to be like doing some sort of movement for an hour, we'd rather go on a walk.
Yeah, because we enjoyed like yoga with Adrienne. We enjoyed her videos when we did them like a couple years ago, and we were pretty good about it. I feel like we did it for like a month.
I think we did it for a couple months.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We liked it, but I feel like yoga is more so for like the mind and like stretching. It's really good for your body, but at this point I like really want to tone up like my core, and so Pilates just seems like the thing to do. If you guys do Pilates, especially at home, like let us know if you like it. We know it's gonna be like super challenging, but we both ordered these Flow Body things last night, so hopefully they come here like next week and then we can report back.
I know,
but we're excited.
We are excited. It was like not super cheap, but not like I will never be someone that pays for classes, and I know that so many people do that, and that is so normal, but we are so cheap that like I do think even if I got into, I don't know, I guess I shouldn't say never say never, but even if I got into exercise,
group
fitness in general is not something I think I would like.
Yeah, me either. I just like doing things from the privacy of my home.
But I think a lot of people do. That's why Peloton blew up.
Yeah, exactly. And even like the Peloton thing, I feel like I could ride a bike maybe, but that is more like cardio. And like again, I really want to like tone up this core area.
Me too. Peloton intrigues me though, I will say.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think we're like prepared, and again with the money thing, it's such an investment.
Well, or I wouldn't do Peloton, but how Elsie from A Beautiful Mess has that bike, and she just gets like the Peloton. The Anna edit does that too.
Yeah,
but you don't have to get the Peloton bike.
Yeah. I will say that I think it's really cool that they seem to have like a lot of different class options. Like it's not just the bikes if you buy the Peloton subscription.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the people that do it and use it every day, it seems worth it.
Totally. I bought some new shadows from MAC. I randomly will go in these phases. I mean, I do like a lot of MAC products. I just use MAC Groundwork as my base. I use this like every day because it's the only thing that doesn't crease on my eyelids, and it really is just like, you can see like a really pale brown, so it never really like, it maybe adds like a little bit of depth, but it never adds like too much. But I go in these phases where I'll randomly place a MAC order. So I ordered MAC Cork Lip Liner because Makeup by Kelly Ann used it on someone. It's really dark, but I'm going to try to use it today. And then I ordered 2 new MAC eyeshadows. So, I mean, this whole quad is MAC. So I got this one, which is, oh my god, I'm blanking on their names. I literally just got them. This one is Marsh, and I love it. It's like a olive green with a little bit of shimmer. And then this one I'm going to use today is Natural Wilderness. Also love this. It's like a mustard brown. Also has some shimmer, which I don't like, but the shimmer kind of goes away. And then these 2 I always had. Woodwinked is my all-time favorite eyeshadow. It's my MAC, like the first makeup purchase I've like ever made. And then MAC Wedge, which is a great like kind of cool neutral brown. So MAC just has great colors. Like that is something they have always been good at.
I also love Sydney Gray shadows. That's the quad that I'm using. I use look at how much I've used this.
Yeah.
I have to, what shade is this? This is Camel by Sydney Gray. I obviously hit pan on it. I use it like every day. So I'm going in with the Wander Beauty Double Date eyeshadow duo that we posted the reel of last week. This is the one in Smitten and Swoon.
Wait, I want a brush like that. That's Real Techniques. I've been looking for a brush like that.
I've had this for years. I use it to smudge the under eye.
Oh, I need that. They really don't make it anymore.
It's the smudge brush.
Anyway, I really like this quad I put together. I just like really like these like cooler tone shades. Isn't this like unique? But I'm going to go in with that Natural Wilderness shade. And they're pretty pigmented. But I can't use MAC shadows because they have talc, which is unfortunate. I know. Because they really have like the best shades. And if I put that on my eyes, it would just give me bad. I have eczema like breakout right now. It's not super bad, but I tried to exfoliate it off. And it didn't really work. It's still kind of there. But yeah, I have a dry patch by my lip. I will say, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my skin has been like so bad. But then I got into a better routine where I was like, I'm just telling myself I'm going to like make sure I put on my retinol, my Retin-A every other night. And then the nights I'm not using Retin-A. Okay, something's getting muddy with this. I don't know why. I'm using the Bioma. I feel like we're saying this name wrong. I don't think so. Clarifying serum. Let us know though. On every other night, and like that combination has like really cleared out my skin so far. Thankfully, knock on wood. But I also started incorporating collagen powder, and I don't know if that's doing it as well because I did all these things at the same time, which I shouldn't have done because then you never really know. But I told myself I'm gonna like just use. I just bought the small jar of like the Vital Proteins collagen, and then when it's gone, I'm gonna like stop and then see if I actually like notice a difference. I bought it from like hair thickness, but I just had the thought the other day that I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's what's helping my skin. So who knows? I'm going in with the NYX glitter glue under this cream shadow to try to mitigate creasing, because this does crease on me, but it's so pretty that like it's fine. Yeah. Okay, this brown shade is actually darker than I thought, but it's really pretty. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I was just like looking online for unique shadows. It's like a deeper mustard brown. And wow, I love it. I love it. Sydney Grace has one like that too. It's called Haystack. Look it. This is what it looks like when it's swatched. It has like just the tiniest bit of yellow. Because I've realized that I don't like when shadows are too warm on me. Like I just don't think it flatters my complexion. Like I actually think like cool tones look better on me than warm at this point. And I know like warm shadows are so popular, but yeah, I just don't like them. I'm tempted to even leave it like this, but I do love the glitter. Just gonna blend out the edges of the cream and then go in with the glitter. Is there another show we can talk about? I feel like we've been watching so much TV. Abby Elementary wasn't on this week, and I was really looking forward to a laugh. Me too. The last one, the Step Class episode, had us cackling. Yeah, like it was so good. That show is so funny, you guys. Like, I think it's so funny too. I'm like, how come no one talks about it? Yeah, like we're obviously not teachers, and you would think like you can't really relate, and we don't, like any kids. Yeah, but it's still like so funny to us. Yeah, it's so funny. I think the writing's really good. This is really pretty, but I feel like I should do something else. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, that's so pretty. Love this thing. But if I put Woodwinked on, then I'm just doing my normal routine. But I guess that's fine. Okay, I absolutely love how Woodwinked looks with that Natural Wilderness shade. That's like my new favorite combination. I can't see. Like, oh yeah, I mean, it looks pretty. They're kind of like tonal, so it looks... I just really like MAC eyeshadows. It's so funny to me just because they're like... I still love MAC lipsticks and lip liners. Yeah, I'm going to use Court today, that new one I got. Okay, I'm going to actually use the Patrick Ta mascara, which I never used today. I think I've used it like one time before, so wish me luck. I really want to go out to sushi later. I've been craving sushi so badly. Yeah. Sushi's never cheap, but we also feel like we always deserve like a treat on the weekend. You know. Yeah. It's nice to treat yourself once in a while. I'm going to go in with the bareMinerals Maximalist Mascara. I've been using it this week. Okay, you said it's good? Yeah, so I really like the formula, but the brush is huge. I think it's a little too big for my preference. I'm hoping that once this dries out, it's like easier to work with, but it just kind of gets everywhere. But it does appear to be like very black. This mascara is also getting everywhere. Ooh, yeah. I just like drier mascaras, so I feel like once they dry out, yeah, that's why I love the Rare Beauty mascara. I feel like it's not too wet at all. Like it's pretty dry, and that brush is huge. I mean, I just think it's like almost a perfect mascara. It's really good. I need to reorder L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Britta always has it. Yeah, I've been using it, but since we got this, I was like, I want to try this. I know, since I never used this mascara, I was like, I should use it. I do really like this. I just don't think it's like as effortless as other mascaras I've used, because the brush is just massive.
And it does clump a little bit. Again, I'm hoping that once this dries out, it like clumps less. I'm just gonna go over top with the Revlon to try to
Like usually when mascaras dry out, they clump more.
I don't know. I feel like you kind of like when it's super wet, I feel like they stick together.
Yeah, that's true. Man, this is a messy mascara too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Mascara can be messy. I have a new brow product I'm going to use today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the NYX one.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the viral, I feel like this is like viral on TikTok, the NYX Thick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. And they were like sold out of every shade besides Auburn at our Target the 2 times I went. So I decided just to like roll with it and order on Amazon, which Amazon's always like the cheapest anyways.
Yeah.
But I just like couldn't see what the shades looked like, which was a little like nerve-wracking. But I ended up going with Taupe just from the shades that they had online, which Taupe is like #1 in the range. But I feel like that's so deceiving because they did like in the swatches, it did look darker.
Yeah.
Than a lot of the other ones. And I'm so glad I went with Taupe because it actually works and I have really dark eyebrows. So I think it's like a really good choice. And it is, so it does add like pigment and hold. So you have to be careful with how much you apply. So I usually like try to, and there's fibers in here, try to like take some off the brush. And I do love this brush. I think it's really perfect, but for my brows, because I have quite a bit of brow hair.
It would not work for me.
And what I love about this is like if you can get it right, that you don't even need pencil. So it's just like the perfect thing to just like put in your brows and just sort of be done. So I start at the front and like it's just like, I think you can't use too much and you have to be very light with it. And then I just sort of like,
And there's fibers in it?
yeah. I do like focus most of the product, like start to really like push it in towards the backside where I don't have as many brow hairs and sort of need help in like the pigment area. You probably can't see this. Maybe I'll do a whole video like with a demo. But I really try to like get it into the end. But again, you have to be light. Like I saw some people applying it pretty heavy-handed like on TikTok, and I just don't know how you would do that because I feel like it is like, #1, the hold is like actually crazy. It really like cements your brows in place, but it can look crazy. And I also, the other thing I'd recommend, this overall I really like this, but I definitely wouldn't get one that matches your brow hair or is darker. Like try to go lighter if you can because it really does add pigment, and I don't think you want it to look like unnatural. So that's why I really like this Taupe shade. I mean, sometimes when there's too many brow shades, it can really be hard to choose your shade, and I think there's like 8 in this range. And I was just like, for a while, like it's one of the reasons I didn't get it because I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what shade I am. But I'm really glad I picked it up. And like I said, the Taupe shade is really great. So I don't know if this is my worst brow and I just put it on this. I don't know if you can like really tell the difference, but it really like holds them up and it provides pigment. And yeah, I like really like it so far, and it lasts all day. So it's perfect for days when I just run to the office and put on like some cream blush and just want like something in my brows. But it's also great when I have like a full face of makeup on like this too. So I think this product is really cool. I really haven't found something that has...
Emily Noel's talked about like that, I think it's that Maybelline brow product that is like a similar thing.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, so I think the pigment level is similar to like the M brow cream, which I love, but the hold is like, I don't even know, like the Patrital Brow Lamination Gel, or like something that has like really, like it has really good hold. So I just feel like it's a combination of like good pigment, but also like really incredible hold, which I haven't really found in something else. But if there's another product like that,
I just went in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Butter Pecan Lip Liner and then the Merit Slip Lipstick over top.
Oh, we've been loving those Merit lipsticks.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I
so
wore it
good.
like all week, but I've been trying it with different lip liners. I haven't worn it with this one yet, and I think they complement each other super well. They're like really similar tones.
Yeah, her lip liners really do seem great. I don't have any.
I love them. I like the formula. The formula reminds me a lot of MAC.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like it...
Is it a wooden pencil?
Yeah. This is wooden, right? Or plastic?
It's plastic.
Oh, this is plastic. But...
Well, like the inner's wooden, the outer's plastic.
Yeah. But still.
Where does it say they're made?
They are made in, oh my gosh, Germany.
Oh. I know who that is then.
Yeah, they were like, the way that MAC lip liners to me, they're like a little bit on like the drier side, but I like that because they're not too creamy. Like
They're
it's really
yeah,
easy.
I mean, they're dry, but I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really easy to like put it where you want it.
Mhm.
And I feel like these are the same. Like I was able to like over align on the top a little bit because with something creamy, you can never do that. It would like mitigate everywhere. And I like that they stay where you put them. So if you put like a creamy lipstick like this over top, like it just blends really well instead of getting like super messy.
Okay, I'm cleaning up my mascara.
And I really love this shade, Butter Pecan. It's like a brownie nude with like a little bit of yellow. So, I mean, I really love this. This is the first product I think I've tried from them.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I don't think I have anything.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this mascara won't come off. Maybe I waited too
Really?
long.
That's weird.
I'm going to go in a little bit with that shadow again. Shoot.
I'm waiting for
try to
Carli
cover
for the
it.
first time. Like,
Well,
ever.
I mean, no one's going to really be able to tell, but look, there's like all that black that won't come off.
I can barely see. Just pat some more shadow over top,
That's
right?
what I'm trying to do.
Oh. I'll put my stuff away while I'm waiting. But yeah, we aren't doing too much this weekend. That's why we thought it might be boring to vlog, which is kind of like what happened last weekend. We said we were going to vlog and then we were just home literally all weekend, so there wasn't that much to like, talk about.
Yeah.
But we have to like put that up because we did this whole like PR unboxing, which like
Yeah.
first impressions, which was good.
Mhm.
So we'll have to get that up for you guys. But yeah, and then we have to watch the new episode of Mrs. Maisel later. I actually wish we would have like picked out a pasta to make.
Yeah, well, we could still do that.
But
We
I
just
guess
have
if
to
we're
go
going to
back to the
sushi,
store.
you said we want to go to
We really
sushi.
do.
So if we're going to sushi,
It sounds
doesn't make sense to
delicious.
make
I don't
a
know why.
pasta.
I'm just like really craving it. I mean, I do know why. I love sushi, but
Yeah, it does. And then yeah, next week hopefully we have an update, or I guess on the next get ready, or maybe in the next vlog we'll do our like flow bodies and show you
oh, that's
the
true.
flow body exercises we've been doing or something.
Yeah.
How embarrassing would that be?
Oh my god, I know. Like, we are not athletic at all. And I know that's not even like the right term to use. I don't even know what the right term is.
Fit. We're not fit.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
going to go in, oh my gosh, my forehead wrinkles have like increasingly gotten worse. I'm trying to ignore
just
it.
pat them out.
Because I really don't want to start that Botox train just yet.
I really like how my makeup turned out though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going in with matte cork. So like I said, it's darker than I thought, but I think I have a good lip combination to go on top of it and sort of blend it out. So it's like a pretty dark brown. Like honestly, this is like a really good eyeliner shade. Okay,
Yeah, but there's also that trend, I think on TikTok, like use your eyebrow pencil.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's like the trend. Like Makeup Kelly Ann, she does this on a lot of her clients where she uses cork and then we'll go over top with like almost like a clear nude gloss, and like so you can really see the line, which I don't love that trend.
Yeah.
I feel like it looks really good on her and her clients. I just don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
But even just using this with like a nude, I mean the color is so pretty.
Yeah, so I'm going in with cork and then smudging it out because I don't want it to be super harsh.
Yeah, their MAC lip liners are the best. But I'm telling you, the Jaclyn Cosmetics, I do think they're about the same
Victoria
price.
Beckham #2 is my all-time fave, you guys know.
I love that, but I still think I like MAC Stripped On more.
Oh, not me. But they're like tied.
Carli coerced me into buying the Victoria Beckham.
It's
But
so good.
I really like the lipstick because I feel like the formula is really unique. I like the lip liner. I like the color. I don't have a color like it. But even yesterday, I tried to wear that one with slip, and I didn't really like how it looked.
Oh, it's the best.
Like this combination.
Devin will back me up here. She said it's her all-time favorite lip liner too.
Yeah, but maybe she has different undertones than we do.
I love it. It's like the perfect shade for me. But
I think it's pretty. I just think Stripped Down looks better on my skin tone, as does this Jaclyn Cosmetics Butter Pecan. Like the yellow in it. I feel like the yellowy browns.
yeah, my
complement
actual
my
lip
skin.
color has no yellow though. So I like Victoria
Yeah.
Beckham 02 because it's essentially just a deeper version of my lips.
You know,
so
it
it looks
lip
like
color
more.
has yellow in it, but
so
I'm
it
saying
looks more
in
natural.
general, the yellowy tones look better on my skin.
Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I have cork around the edges. I do like it. So I actually like resharpened this a lot because I felt like it was doing some weird lay down, and that helped a ton. So mental note whenever I get a new MAC lip liner to resharpen it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in a little bit with Charlotte Tilbury. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Apologies if they don't, but it's the JK Magic shade. I bought it because I love Harry Potter, and it ended up being So it's like a pinky nude. I'm trying something out here because I never really wear like combinations like this. It's like a lighter lipstick. And then I'm gonna put something else on top. What are you putting on top? The Merit Taupe. Okay, so going in with this. Okay, it's a little too pink. Well, I kind of like it. Okay, now going in with taupe. Now going with Merit Taupe Lip Oil. I never do these like crazy lip combinations, but everyone else does. Yeah. I really love this lip combination. Okay, yeah, this tones it down. Pink down. Okay, this is how our looks turned out. I really love mine.
Me too.
Like it's like something I would normally do, but even a little bit more like bronzed and blush heavy.
Yeah, same. I feel like
I mean,
this
I really had to bronze down my neck, but
yeah, I feel like this is,
I mean, a lot of the elements are the same as what I normally do, but I like, well, I like the brows. I really like that product. I'm like very surprised by it. And then I love that combination of eyeshadow, the Natural Wilderness shade I just got from MAC with Woodwinked. And this lip combination is really pretty. I really like it. I do think the lip oils with Merit, my one complaint is I wish they were slightly more thick because I feel like they move a lot. So with this lip liner, it could get really messy. Like I don't think I'd wear this combination to eat, but it looks really pretty right now. So happy with how this turned out.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll probably do, maybe in our next Get Ready With Me, we'll do a Q&A. We keep forgetting to like post the questions to you guys. So we'll do that maybe like this next week. And then next time we do a Get Ready, we'll answer some questions. But thank you for watching. We hope you have a great week and we'll see you in our next video.